In this video, you get to pick a number, an element, or a tarot card. And this actual read is based on the influence, I should say, from the Sagittarius full moon of May 29th, and what change is needed, or what lessons are we learning or learned that is going to serve us best, life path. So thank you for tuning in and watching Medium Tarot TV channel. My name is Edward, Psychic Medium, your soul messenger host, assisting a soul, including myself, to live, love, and manifest a life that is so intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. So if you watch this video on my website, go to link your zodiac sign link. I'll actually take a photo of the tarot cards that are chosen to view if you would like to choose by an image, by the tarot card. All right, so breakdown. So I am utilizing the, here we go, utilizing the Wizard's Tarot. Has like a Harry Potter-ish type feel. Very fun. All right, now the breakdown. So, number one, or spirit. This is the universe. This is our spirit guides. This is the energy that is the force, the energy that is around us. Okay? Number two would be the element of fire. The element of fire is the spark of life, the spark of divinity within us all. Namaste. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. With the concept that we're all connected, energetically connected. It's our spiritual essence. Going along with the belief system that we are spiritual beings that just so happen to be in a physical body this time around. It's also our higher self, our spiritual essence or self. Okay? Number three is the element of water. Love, passion, creativity, spirituality. Also our subconscious. It's our emotions. Okay? Number four is the good old element of earth. Work, job, finances, career, sense of security within, which is all the cells. Self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence. This is the energy that dictates what we end up attracting, manifesting, creating. Okay? The good, the bad, the wise, and the wicked. Because we can say and do all the right things, but if the energy within is iffy, wobbly, negative, that's what we end up. Okay? Attracting, manifesting, even though it might not be exactly what we want. All right, also with the element of earth is long-range goals and physical health. And number five would be the element of air. That's the conscious mind. It's everything that's going on with the mind, going on between the ears. Okay? All right. So let's get on with the read. So if you chose number one or spirit, what have we learned thus far on our path for our happiness, and or what do we need to learn for our highest good for forward movement? Okay. So, the energy of increase of finances comes up with the possibility of poverty consciousness. Okay? So, poverty consciousness is a mindset. And that does go back to the sense of security within, self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence. But it is a mindset. And the way to look at that, this is like manifesting, creating abundance, money, whatever, actually. It's focusing on money, but it hits all subject matters, including love as well. Because it is our general happiness, well-being, that is in stake if we have a lack within. So, mindset. Are we expecting great things, or are we expecting the floor to drop out from underneath us? So are we expecting great things, or are we expecting disaster? Energy attracts energy. I know it's easier said than done because of problems from the past. And that's where we have to separate our energy from the problems of the past. So work in progress, guided meditation is what I suggest personally. And then also being careful of our communication. What are the words that are actually, well, it's also inner dialogue, but what are the words that are coming out of your mouth? Are you speaking positive or are you speaking negative? Are you focusing on the negative or are you focusing on the positive? It's a trick, I know. So, keeping in mind where our mind goes is where our focus goes, is what we end up attracting and creating, whether it be what we truly want to desire or not. Okay? So, this is saying that check in on your mindset, also your inner dialogue, like what's your first impression? Are you happy for people's success or are you disgruntled about it? That energy has to be cleared up so you don't attract more unhappy energy or thoughts or lack, L-A-C-K. Whether it be lack of love, happiness, money, whatever. It all comes down to the same energy. This is the card that they want to show. This is the Four of Wands, their interpretation of the Four of Wands. Make a note of that. Okay. So we have to be careful of the words that come out of our mouth. You know, no one's perfect, but catch yourself. Also check in on your inner dialogue. Your mindset, okay? No one is perfect. No one is positive all the time. Though, like I said, guided meditation really does help me because my mind is extremely active. So this is getting back to what do you have a passion for? What do you want to create, manifest, attract in your life? Whether you have the money in your bank account at this moment or not, do some creative visualization. Do a vision board. Put stuff on your desktop, however, your phone, of places you would like to visit, of things you would like to do, and encompass that energy, as opposed to looking at lack. It's a trick. It's like, think of it this way. There are many lanes in a highway. You're just going to choose a different lane, a different way of looking, a different way, a different form of consciousness. A different view of how to view the exact same thing, okay? The higher vibration, because that's what's going to allow us to attract, manifest, and create exactly what we want, as opposed to exactly what we don't want. All right. See if there's anything else that could be said before we move on. All right, so it's mindset, it's communication, inner dialogue, and releasing the unfortunate circumstances from the past so we do not recreate them. Because if our energy hangs out in fear, worry, anxiety, stress, that will attract more. All right. Like I said, I practice what I preach. I do guided meditation every night and every morning, okay? To keep me right as rain, to keep my mind working with me and not against me. All right, well, there you have it. Hopefully that was helpful, beneficial, and you resonated with it. All right. Now, for those who chose number 2, or the element of fire. What have we learned thus far on our path for our happiness? And or what do we need to learn for our highest good for forward movement? we have the energy of improvements having anything to do with the element of earth. So I'm going to repeat what the element of earth represents. Work, job, finances, career, sense of security within, which is self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, long-range goals, and physical health. Also, we have the energy of work and job actually come up. So, if you chose number 2, element of fire, do you like your job? Doesn't matter when you're watching this video. Do you like your job? Do you like the way you make money? If when you think about that, you get like tense or, as the energy says, thoughts of aggravation and/or strife, or joy rapture, then there's something that needs to be done about it, okay? First, look at your attitude toward the job, toward the work. Do you need to shift your mindset about it? Are you trying to make it something that it's not? These are questions to ask yourself. Is it in alignment with your long-range goals? So if you don't know what your long-range goals are, okay, definitely get busy with that. Or review them if you already have them. Always find it's magical to put pen to paper. I know that's old-fashioned, and then you can transfer it to any electronic device of choice. So once again, this is a mindset, and the energy of transformation comes up. Okay? So you've been working with some type of energy, or maybe it's the job, work or job, that has been lingering for some time, and it is time to take care of it, to handle it, to tackle it, to work through it, to transform. Okay? So first you see, now of course don't leave one job until you have another one secure. It's just common sense, but I have to tell you. So first you see, is it your attitude or perhaps where you're working or your job or how you make money just has outworn its usefulness, and it's time for you to move on to a higher vibration, something that serves you. Maybe it served you when you started, maybe it doesn't now. So it's coming down to the good old, anything to do with the improvements of element of earth, the focus on work, job, which means money is implied. And then there is the mindset, the negative waiting time, waiting for something to happen, time being dragged out. It's like Eeyore with a cloud over his head. It's waiting for Godot. Godot had a V8. It's like it's the waiting. The waiting. The waiting game becomes the crying game. Okay? Been there, done that. So you want to get out of the waiting game and you want to take action. Okay? So what if let's say it's either work, job, or something to do with the element of earth, one of the issues, odds are. What do you feel trapped by, or do you feel, in a situation where you are trapped, immobilized? And the mind can do that to us. It can put us into fear, worry, stress, anxiety, where we become immobile. Immobilized, can't make a move. That's what it does. Making us feel like we're like a deer in the headlight. But this is an energy of transforming whatever. It's like tackling the issue that is staring us in the face instead of just putting it off to another time. Because it would just be like if you're doing cleaning and you're putting the dust underneath the rug, and eventually you're going to pick up the rug and it's only going to be worse. So out of those issues of the element of earth, hopefully you're going to know which one needs your time, energy. And if not, you can always have a personal reading with me and my guides. So, how I work through my mind stuff, because everyone has worry, anxiety, fear, stress, is guided meditations. And I do practice what I preach. I meditate every night and every morning. Okay? It's a work in progress, but, okay? Let's see if there's anything else I could say. You ultimately, you want to be happy when you go into work or you do your job or how you make money. You don't want to have to drag your butt. I've been there. I've been to jobs where I had to actually drag my butt there. So you want to transform that into more of your liking, that you actually enjoy the work, the job that you do, or how you make money. Okay? That's what this, I make a joke, money isn't everything, but it certainly helps when we're on planet Earth. So there you go. It's taking yourself from that feeling of being trapped to freedom, and knowing that it is a shift of your mind that will enable you to do that. Of course, it's easier said than done, but it really does come down to that, okay? We really do underestimate the power of the mind, okay? It can make us or break us. All right. Let's see, what card do they want to show? Okay, they want to show this. They want to show the Knight of Swords. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed, resonated, and benefited from that channeled message. All right, now, if you chose number 3, or the element of water, what have we learned thus far on our path for our happiness, and or what do we need to learn for our highest good for forward movement? All right. The energy of student of life comes up. I do feel that we are all students of life. We never really stop learning, growing, evolving, hopefully. Sometimes with a teacher, sometimes with a student. It's built in. This energy read has to do with the energy of abundance. It could mean news of money, by the way. And it also could be you making peace with the issue of abundance. It's really the energy of abundance. Abundance is a lot of subject matters. It's not just finances. It's you making peace with abundance, achieving abundance in your life. Then there's the energy of the student of life and the energy of communication, and not letting your mind talk you out of something, okay? Not using the excuse that you do not have the proper resources or finances to pull something off. Now, that doesn't mean you should spend money you don't have, but it does mean that focus on what you want to attract, create, manifest. That would be like a vision board, put things on your desktop, on your phone. Remind yourself of things that you want to create, attract, manifest, regardless of how much is in your bank account at the moment. So it's, where our mind follows is what we end up attracting, creating, manifesting. So, okay? It's creative visualization. Because the energy of how the frack am I going to pull this off? How the heck am I going to pull this off? Self-doubt is here. We don't want that self-doubt to take over. No, no siree. So also with that energy, which is the beginning stages of the element of earth, I'm feeling though for this read, it is definitely has to do with the issue of abundance. Okay? Though the energy that I attribute to this could be news of money, and it also could be a short trip. And usually a short trip is within 250 miles. So that's like a day trip, maybe a weekend trip. Okay. So, is there a place that you'd like to visit that is local? Then you can do a vision board or creative visualization, images having to do with that. If it has to do with money, then what would you like to purchase with that money? That's what you would use as a vision board or creative visualization of gathering images of that. Because there's the energy of forming it's actually the consciousness and the subconscious. So it's consciousness and subconscious. Making them in sync, in unison, in alignment. And not having the mind interfere. Like, yeah, how the frack am I going to pull that off? Or how am I ever going to, self-doubt. So, in essence, do pay attention to the inner dialogue when you are working on whichever you choose. The trip or the money to purchase something. And I'm feeling that don't think practical. Think impractical. Okay? Because there's tons of stuff that I could think practical of what I would like. But here the energy is, no, think impractical. So it's like fantasy. So really stretch your mind. And that's where the energy of, how the frack am I going to pull this off, might come into the self-doubt. Like, I really should be doing this instead. I'm not saying not to take care of practical matters in your life, on your path, but I'm saying this is stretching. This is growing. This is evolving. That's what this is. Realizing that you're a co-creator with spirit, with the universe. Going above and beyond the mundane, the necessities of life. Because pulling this off, it really is a beautiful merge of the conscious and the subconscious. And then the world is our oyster, and then we are co-creating. So this really has all to do with being co-created with the universe, with spirit, with the belief system that we are spiritual beings within a physical body. So sometimes I had to remind myself and my clients, stop thinking like a human. It's very limiting. Okay? Being a spiritual being, there are many more options and possibilities. Which is why the form of numerology that I utilize is not 1 to 10. I utilize the entire tarot deck, which is 78 possibilities. Much better. Many more dimensions. Possibilities. Probabilities. And of course, where we place our time and energy is what we end up with. All right. I think I feel complete with this. What card would you like to show? All right, they want to show this, the Page of Wands. All right. Hope you enjoyed, resonated, and benefited from that channeled message. All right. Now, if you chose number 4 or the element of earth, what have we learned thus far on our path for our happiness, and or what do we need to learn for our highest good for forward movement? A lot of similar energy is coming up. All right. That energy of the student of life comes up again. That's the student of life is that we are all, with the understanding that, as far as I'm concerned, we're all students of life. We never really stop learning, growing, evolving, hopefully. Sometimes with a teacher, sometimes with a student. The energy of the subconscious comes up. The energy of improvements having anything to do with the element of earth. So I'm going to have to repeat myself as to what the element of earth represents, because that could be most likely part of this read. Okay, so the element of earth represents, well, here we are discussing earth, so it's very fitting, huh? So the element of earth is work, job, finances, career, sense of security within, all the selves, self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, long-range goals, physical health. This is actually a very good read. This is actually a very good read. Now, the trick will be to the energy of escape from difficulty. So the trick is to step back and to allow things to unfold naturally and organically. So let people say what they're going to say, let things happen the way they're going to happen. So the best way to implement that is you do what you need to do, okay? And then you step back and you let it unfold. So if there's, I'm just, as one example, if there's a job that you want, you go for it, you apply, and then you step back. And you allow it to unfold naturally, organically. That's just one example. But, so it's not like we should not take any physical action. Of course not. Otherwise, the universe would not be able to match us. Because the universe would be like waiting for us. All right. There is an energy here of nurturing. The female epitome of the element of fire comes up. And that is the energy of mom or mother, or an energy of nurturance, like that, like a mother, or a parent, or a guardian, or a grandmother, or an aunt. Okay? So what seeds are we planting for improvement having anything to do with the element of earth? So I guess it's coming down to that. Once again, the element of earth, one of those issues. Hopefully you're going to know what needs your attention at this time. If not, you can have a personal read. We are being suggested to branch out. Either, I'm not really feeling it's brand new territory, but I do feel it's a branching out, an expansion of, plussing, adding on to. I'm not feeling it's totally new. So it could be in the same, one example, the same field, but doing something different within that field. And another branching out, different avenue within the same field or umbrella, subject matter. And this is something that you know instinctively, because we have the energy of the subconscious, instinctively that we know we should be doing. Well, there's no time like the present now, is there? Time waits for no man or woman. The sooner we put energy, our time and energy into it, the sooner we're going to feel an inner calm and inner peace. That energy of the subconscious also is one of the energies that I do attribute to meditation, and you know, if you watch any of my videos, you know I lovingly push meditation, and I do practice what I preach. I utilize guided meditation every night and every morning to help to have my mind work with me as opposed to against me, to allow me, when need be, to step back and let things unfold. You know, you put out, you do what you need to do, and then you step back. You don't hover. You don't obsess. You don't, what's the term? Micromanage. And I'm also getting that we need to give ourselves more credit for nobody is perfect. We're all really learning and growing and evolving as we go. So we need to give ourselves credit that we've done the best that we could up to this point, and upward and onward from there. Yeah. So that's nurturing ourselves. And being okay with, after doing whatever's needed, to step back. Being okay with it. Chilling, chillaxing. Chilling, relaxing, chillaxing. Downtime. I know when I meditate, that's giving my mind a break. And it's, you know, it keeps my mind busy because it's a guided meditation, but then I get much better sleep. Just saying. Let's see if there's anything else I can say. So, this is the energy of asking ourselves, are we ready to branch out? New territory? Or are we what I would call battle weary, which is like, still like holding on to stuff that happened that was not favorable, and that interferes with us branching out. Hopefully, we're not going to allow that to happen, okay? Because improvements having anything to do with the element of earth is awaiting, okay? Meditate, put yourself in a quiet environment, unplug the phone, shut the phone off, do whatever you need to do. And put yourself in a quiet environment so you can hear yourself think, so you can relax, so you can unwind. Also, other ways to, connect with our subconscious is doing something to the form of yoga or Tai Chi. Getting in touch with our spiritual essence. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed, resonated, and benefited from that channeled read. Actually, you have to choose a card, don't I? Yes, I do. All right, I want to choose this one. The Page of Pentacles. Make a note of that. All right. Then last but not least, if you chose number 5 or the element of air. What have we learned thus far on our path for our happiness? Okay. And or what do we need to learn for our highest good for forward movement? All right. The energy of bad investment of time and or energy came up, which was the theme for the last Pick a Number Element Tarot card, which was influenced by the zodiac month of Gemini 2018. We have the energy of, we actually have the energy which is the psychic insight theme for the zodiac Cancer new moon partial solar eclipse of July 12th, 2018. I already filmed that. That video is actually available. Go to your zodiac sign link on the website. It's titled The Power of Love. And then I also have for the 12 zodiac signs as well. There's the main video, the theme healing song, which is The Power of Love, and then for the 12 zodiac signs. The energy of communication comes up. The energy of the past comes up. The energy of happiness comes up. Creativity. Beautiful. And the male epitome of the element of water. Okay. The element of water represents love, passion, creativity, spirituality. Now, this is really looking back to have a happier today and then tomorrow. So first we look at what or who was a bad investment of our time and or energy. It's letting go of, it could be preconceived notions, it could be influences from the past. Are we waiting to reconcile with someone? Are we waiting to reunite with someone? Of course, that would, I would need to do a personal read to say if, yay or nay for that. But I will say that I'm getting not to be in the waiting. Yeah. And then I lovingly make a joke. It's not like I haven't been there. The waiting game becomes the crying game. So get out of the waiting. Not to put your, and I realize this is easier said than done, not to put your life on hold. Waiting. But it also could be the influence of. Now, if there was, excuse me, if there was communication that you wanted to have with someone from your past, makes no difference if they're around or on the other side. It is actually advised to either, and you don't actually have to contact them. That was the point of that. You can write it down. You can send that information to them in a meditation. But you need to get out. You need to get out that communication. So you can have either closure or you can have a release. Because we don't want to be holding on to stuff that's going to keep us in a holding pattern. All right. After that, then there is joy. There is happy union. Either with that person or with someone else. Okay? It's like, this is not a personal read, so can't really say. But there's happiness, there's creativity. Now, the energy comes up that I always attribute to a museum. So it's actually suggested for you to go out and about and visit a museum of your choice. Okay? Local museum or, wherever you want to travel. Museum of your choice for inspiration, for hope. To shift your mindset, perhaps. Okay? Whichever one that you're attracted to. Of course, you can go online, you can do research, do a virtual tour, and then pick and choose, and then actually go in person. Okay. All right. This is the card that they want to choose. It actually is no, they choose a different one. Actually is the Eight of Pentacles. It's the card that they choose to show. Okay. So, this is reviewing, taking stock inventory of your core beliefs. Okay? Are they based on someone else's thoughts from our past, or do we truly resonate with them presently? Because it's our core belief structures, the patterns that we have formed, are they working for us or against us? Which goes, to the thoughts, which attracts, manifests, and creates either what we want or what we don't want. Of course, we don't want to do what we don't want. So by taking the time and energy to do that review, then there is joy. There is happy union. There is... And also pay attention to the inner dialogue. Yeah, pay attention to the inner dialogue. How do we respond to things? Negative or positive? This is all going on within. So we don't really have to share that, but that's the cleaning out if need be. Because remember, the sense of security within has, if we're iffy, wobbly, or negative within, that's what we end up attracting. People or circumstances. Just saying. So with the belief that we are co-creators with the universe, whatever we need to shift, we can shift. So that would be the energy of doing stock inventory of what's bad investment of your time and your energy. Or who? Or the influence of. And then moving into joy, creativity, happiness. So, yes, you can go to a museum, or you also can do, if it's something that you would like to do, a creative project. Okay? Creative thinking, creative way of thinking. Okay? Those are other options. All right, that's the energy read for the element of air. So I hope you enjoyed, resonated, and benefited from that channeled read message. All right, so in closing, I'm just going to say, if you enjoyed, resonated, benefited from your chosen number, element, or tarot card, would you please like, share, subscribe? It's greatly appreciated. For those who do, thank you. Subscribe to our e-newsletter list. There are tons of member perks. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Donate. Have a psychic reading session with myself and my guides. And we hope to see you real soon in other videos. And definitely check out your zodiac sign link on the website for lots of additional content updated on a weekly basis. Okay, you take care.